In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to mount the PSU in your PC, as well as connect all the cables to the components and front I/O. This is our PSU, or power supply unit. It is a full modular one, which I highly recommend to buy usually. It comes with all the cables you need, and all we have to do is to connect the ones we use. Now, as you can see, the PSU already has markings for each section. We got 4 places where power goes from here, and those are motherboard, CPU, PCIe, and SATA. This is where the motherboard connector goes. It is usually the ones with most pins. We then connect the CPU cable, and I need to stop here and talk a bit about something important. The CPU and PCIe cables have the same amount of pins, 8 to be more precise. However, they are not the same. The easiest way to differentiate them is to look at how they split on the other end. The CPU has a 4+4 pins combination, whereas the PCIe has a 6+2 combination. Very important difference, please do not mix them. After connecting everything, we can go and mount the PSU into the case. As a general rule, I recommend mounting it with a fan facing a filter, so it has a space to breathe, so to speak. In my case, and in a lot of cases, I will place it with the fan facing downward. We then mount the 4 screws it came with, and we are ready to connect everything. Before I route the cables in the front, I will organize a bit in the back. Now, together with the power cables, I will also connect the front I/O of the case. And like this, I have more time after for cable management. I also realized I forgot to connect one SATA cable to the PSU. This will power our fans, so it's very important. Fortunately, I didn't have to take the PSU out, so I was good to go and connect the SATA connector to the fans and jump to the next step. I then start bringing the cables in the front and connect everything. I always start with the motherboard's 24 pins connector, as it's the closest one. Whenever you press it, please make sure to apply enough even pressure, so you won't split the connector. Press it until you hear a click. Then you can check to see if it's steady and secure. Then I connect the CPU connector, which usually goes in the upper left side of the motherboard. I suggest reading the manuals and see how many pins you need to connect, because some CPUs need more power, so they will require 2 cables or 2 8-pins connectors. I will leave the PCIe connector unplugged for now, as it will power on the GPU. The front I/O usually can be connected to the bottom of the motherboard. Again, I suggest reading the manuals and see where everything goes, as it also depends on what the case has. However, most of the cases will come with an USB-C port, which has this blue connector, audio jacks, and 2 or 3 buttons. This will come with a labeled connector and usually go on opposite sides, down left and down right. The power, reset, and LED buttons are going in the same place dedicated for them, and I always make sure to read the manual to see where everything gets connected, because most of the times they are not marked on the motherboard. This is an example. Please make sure to route them correctly. Also, look on the motherboard and see if there are any markings. For example, on the first PC build that we did on this channel, the motherboard that I used, the B550 Eagle, had markings for every connector. And it was actually pretty easy for me to connect everything. This motherboard, however, it does not have, and I had to consult the manual to make sure I don't screw it up. After all of this, we can mount the GPU and connect it as well. GPUs are different. This is a 2 8-pins connector, for example, so we will need both ends of the cable, but you will find GPUs with only 1 8-pin connector like the Intel B580, or even 12 pins connector like some Nvidia cards, because why not? And that's it for today. Do not forget to subscribe.